If you've been working for over 5 years and you're still struggling financially, you're working in the wrong shit. How do I know that? I was in the exact position a few years ago in a job where I was undervalued, underappreciated, going nowhere, hoping and praying one day things will change. And that change never came until I did what I'm about to share with you. Hey guys, I'm Rahim. I started my property investment journey just a few years ago with little to none of my own money to building a multi-million-pound property investment portfolio. I now have an estate agency, a renovation company, and now help professionals like you to use my tried and tested method to make, manage, and multiply income through investment properties to make working for someone an option instead of an obligation. So let's get to it. What was the one thing I did to escape the rat race and become financially free? I used investment properties. Investment properties is the process by which an investor would buy a property as an investment and subsequently add value to that property and rent it out for passive recurring income. Let me walk you through that process so that you will never have to worry about money again. Let's say you've been working so hard, you've been absolutely amazing, and you've been saving every penny you had since you started working, but also have family and friends that are prepared to lend you money. Let's say you've got £50,000. So instead of buying stock and shares, gambling your money in crypto, hoping and praying these things would go up in value and you make money that way, what we could do with that money is to go and buy a dilapidated house using the BRRRR method, which is the buy, refurbish, refinance, and rent. You repeat the process basically. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use that £50,000. We will go out in the market to buy derelict, dilapidated houses, in essence, houses that people really don't want to touch. So we go on the market, look for properties like that worth about £80,000 in that condition. So we put down a deposit of £20,000 to buy that investment property, and then we use our remaining £30,000 to renovate that property. Suppose that property was a 2-bedroom dilapidated house. We bought it, add another bedroom, upgraded the electric, upgraded the bathroom, upgraded all the plumbing with brand new kitchen. We get that property to be nice and amazing property that everybody would want to live in basically. We bring life to that property. We're taking a dead property to life basically. We bring all that life in to get it to be amazing, beautiful property. When someone walks past, be like, wow, this is a crazy, beautiful property. So with doing that, usually takes us a few weeks, but doing that then, we would have forced the value of that investment property. Say we bought it at £80,000 and then we would have added the value of about maybe £60,000. Oh, sorry for interrupting this video. I just wanted to draw your attention to a guide I've just created. This guide is for you if you're looking to start and scale in property investment and you've got questions that you want to ask in order to start your property investment. This guide is the ultimate guide to start and scale in property investment journey. I talk about the different type of investment strategies. I also discuss the 11 ways you can raise finance to make any property no money down deals and the type of properties to buy in order to generate a serious return in your investment. And I'm giving this book away for completely free of charge, no string attached, nothing, absolutely free. Click the link on the description of this video to get your free guide now. We've only got a limited number of these copies available as well, so click the link to get your guide now. Let's get back to our video. So that property we bought for £80,000 will now worth £150,000. So at £150,000, we've done all that work. The property looks absolutely amazing, which we've bought it, we've renovated it to force the value, and now that property worth £150,000. We will then use that same property to approach a different lender and tell that lender, look, we've got this property beautiful, we've added value to it, and we believe this property worth £150,000. So what the bank will do at that point, the bank will come and look at the property, check the property, and realize, wow, you're right, this property worth £150,000. What happened then? The bank will look at that property and lend you 75% of the £150,000. That would be £112,500. So that money the bank would give you, they would hold back the 25% of the 150. Obviously, that would be your security deposit for them to be able to lend you the £112,500. So that £112,500 goes to your solicitor's account, because when we bought the property initially, we used £20,000 as a deposit, and the other bank, lent us £60,000 to buy the investment property. So what the solicitor will do at that point, the solicitor will deduct the £60,000 that we initially borrowed to buy that property. That then leaves us with £52,000. So with that £52,000, we're gonna go and pay ourselves £50,000. And that leaves us with $2,500. Assuming that that $60,000 we've borrowed and all the legal cost was about £2,500, you minus that £2,500, it means that basically you have bought a dead property, you renovated that property, you forced the value, you've remortgaged at the higher value, you recycle all your money by paying back your previous lender, and what you then do, you rent that property for about, let's say, £1,000 every single month. That property in 12 months time will generate you £12,000 every single year, because now you know what you're doing. You rinse and repeat the process, which is the last R. It's buy, refurbish, refinance, rent, and guess what? You repeat the process. Let's assume then you do 3 of these, just only 3 of these a year. That would be a monthly cash flow of £3,000 every single month. You times that by 12, you're on £36,000 every year, plus your initial £50,000. Imagine repeating the whole process again in another year. You're talking about £72,000 passive income every single year. Will that not then make working for someone an option instead of an obligation? If you're wondering how I become successful in real estate or how I became property millionaire, is doing the exact strategy I've just shared with you. So if you're struggling financially and want to be financially free, this is a strategy that will get you to financial freedom while still having your seed investment. If you want to learn how to make, manage, and multiply income using this exact strategy, there's a link somewhere on the description below. Click that link to reserve a free spot to speak to one of my consultants to learn how we may be able to help you to make, manage, and multiply income through rental properties. If you like this video or any of my videos, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next one.